Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing great, having a good start of the week, feeling refreshed. I apologize for the background noise. I honestly don't know where the background noise is coming. It might be from the, hold on a second, it might be from the, is this on? No, this is off, but it's coming from outside probably. I apologize for that, and this is my little blankie here, because I am cold this morning a little bit. Hi Delise, how are you? How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week? How's it started? Let's see. Mine, I am exhausted, to be honest. I'm exhausted. So 2 weeks in a row. Hi, Often Lived. How are you? 2 weeks in a row going to the lake. It's a lot. I don't know how people do it here in where I am. People usually do like weekends at the lake. They when they have their cottage and then come back and work during the week and go back. I don't know if that's possible with kids. Hi Bubush, how are you? Hi Joel. Scent of the day, Le Falcone Rizala Autograph. I don't even know what that is. Oh, smells like ROJA Isola Blue. I think I've tried Isola Blue a long time ago. Like I can't remember how long has it been. It was nice, but it was, I just can't remember how it smelled like. It's been a while. And I know now they have Isola Soul. I haven't tried that one. Is there any other Isolas? I don't know if there's any other Isolas in that line, but I was thinking what to wear today because it's, you see, like, it's not, these curtains are kind of a little bit purplish blue, but that the weather is not going to be that great. It's going to be rainy today, so I was thinking of what to wear. I thought about my vetiver fragrances because we talked about in the live last night. I thought about wearing Chanel Sycamore, but then I was like, I don't know. I don't know what to go on that. Do you have a sample or a bottle of Goodnight Kiss? Yeah, I have 2 bottles of Goodnight Kiss. One is, I don't know if there's a reformulation, to be honest, but one is older than the other. But both of them have the ROJA logo and the signature on them, so it's not like the most recent one. So the first one that I got, it was a partial bottle, and that was a partial bottle, and that one had the cap was it was non-functional. Not that non-functional, but it just it was missing some of the diamonds. But then the next one, it was a full press. I bought it from a very prominent ROJA collector. He has an amazing. Actually, maybe I'll have him. I'll try to convince him to come on a live with me one day. He has an amazing collection of fragrances, and he's also a photographer, which is kind of like, you know, he had so many Henri Jacques that it was just unbelievable how many, like, really rare and hard to find Henri Jacques, and also lots of ROJAs. So I bought it from him, and it was like it's his backup fragrance. But don't forget, yes, thank you, like and subscribe and turn on the notification button, all those things. So anyways, this morning I was just looking at what to wear, and I was like, I thought about vetiver, but I ended up choosing ROJA's Goodnight Kiss. Hi Sarah, how are you? And it just is such a comforting scent, right? Really, it's just, I like the story behind it, and I like the scent itself, like enough that I have like 2 bottles of it. Scent of the day was Luciano Pavarotti. Oh, I need to try this fragrance. I hear it from you guys a lot, like from Rich and all of you guys. I need to give this fragrance a try since I've heard about it so much. So here is, so what we have, let me see if I can pull, where is the green screen? Okay, here's I can pull, here I want to do something that's more, okay, here, you just turn around, okay, and then we will do, so these are, oh, we won't make it smaller. So these are the you know, main fragrance notes: powdery iris, white floral, amber, woody, musky, floral, yellow floral, and vanilla. And but the note composition in this one is absolutely gorgeous. As soon as I feel like there's some aldehyde in this one. I don't know if that's not mentioned, but I feel like there is anyways. Because as soon as you spray, like, you get like the kind of floral and aldehyde. Like I feel like there's an aldehyde and floral, this kind of mix of the neroli and bergamot, jasmine a little bit, and then it's kind of like a peach. ROJA and Guerlain peach are very, very close together. So I do see that, like in the opening, that this is not your super ripe, fruity peach. It is your, it's kind of like the peach that is just right to it's still firm, but it's, and it has its taste, but it's not mushy. That's Guerlain's peach, and I really, really like that. That has that little bit of a zest, if I want to call it. I don't know if it's a zest or whatnot, but anyways, really goes well with the aldehyde, the combination of those. And then as it dries down, there's the orris, ambergris, sandalwood, vanilla, and patchouli. I don't know if it does. It's probably a supporting note, but it doesn't. It's not a lot of it in the fragrance. So hold on, let me see. Just put it back here. Look at us. Peach often means aldehyde, so you must be right. Yeah, so I think, okay, peach is aldehyde, what, C18? Hi, hi Dushan, how are you? I know there's like aldehydes. There's C16, C18, there's C14. One of them is, this is coconut. I'm not 100% sure. Which one is this one? The peach. But you're right. Like, as I totally forgot about that. And this is a picture I took this morning just by Father Bahar. You're fantastic. What are you wearing, Dushan? What is your scent of today? By the way, has anyone in the chat tried Goodnight Kiss? And if you have, what did you think of it? So again, like, there's something in this that makes me think of Britannia. There's something in this that makes me think of Gouet Pen. And I think it's that the peach connection, like that peach aldehyde kind of connection in all of that. Like should I buy a decant of Goodnight Kiss? You should. If you haven't tried it, you have to try. Like, this is a really, really good fragrance. I understand that the price point is a lot. It's gourmand. No, not gourmand at all. Like, I don't think, what have I tried from ROJA that is gourmand? So I think the only really gourmand one that I have tried from, and I would categorize it as that, is the new one. Was it last year that came out, that supposed to smell like crepe Suzette? This kind of has an orange crepey thing, the smell. There is even that kind of like a trio of Ti Amo, Un Amore Eterno, and there's another one. There's like a trio of those. They're not like, Ti Amo is my favorite chocolate fragrance, but it's not really gourmand, you know. What is the background? Oh, the background, hold on, let me just turn it around and keep the background. See the background. So the background is my bottle of this is my full bottle of Goodnight Kiss, and the man behind it in Zoroastrian, you know, that's a sign of Father Bahar, or God, and that kind of ring, those are rings of power or whatever he's holding. So that's the background. All right, okay. When I hear peach, I think Roche's Femme. Roche's Femme is so masculine to me. I have a hard time, you know, stomaching that fragrance. Not that I want to eat it, but I have a hard time with that fragrance. I'm wearing Vintage Brut. Oof, that's a lot. High litmus. Babouche, I think Roja's femme, Roja's femme, when I hear plum. I think when my friend, my coworker at work brought Roja's femme once, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the most masculine, feminine targeted, like, female targeted fragrance that I've ever smelled. It smells good on her because she has such a kick-ass personality, but not me. Get a bottle too. Brut was my gateway. Gateway perfume. Brut is a really good, really brutal. Oh, really? What is, that is the bottle with kind of looks like a Pepsi bottle with a necklace, isn't it? Like with a chain. And I hear plum, I think Tom Ford plum Japanese. Yeah, yeah, plum Japanese is a nice plum. And the other one is actually is not a bad plum, is the Mugler's Naughty Fruity. If anyone has tried Mugler's Naughty Fruity, I like the plum in that one. I think it's a plum and fig. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Roja's Femme is my favorite Rudnistka's creation. Ooh, okay. Some people compare this Roja to Après Landais. Does that comparison make sense at all? So, I'm trying to see how I can explain this. So if you smell Après Landais and Goodnight Kiss, you may think they are both created by same house or same perfumer. They are not, most likely not. And there is that kind of DNA-like connection. It's not exactly the same. It's not redundant to have Après Landais and this one, but there is a connection. I think what really sets Goodnight Kiss distinct from Après Landais, Goodnight Kiss a little bit more complex than comparing to Après Landais. Après Landais, it's a little bit more simplistic and not want to call it simplistic, but it's like a very much more versatile than Goodnight Kiss would be. Like Goodnight Kiss requires a mood, and a little bit note composition is a little bit more complex. And also, I don't think Après Landais has peach. I mean, I may be wrong, but I don't think that at least I don't smell peach in Après Landais. It's mostly kind of, you know, the powdery notes and powdery kind of slash creamy, which is kind of weird to have a combo as all. But I think this, if it's not redundant to try them both, but you think that, you know, these two houses are very close or like created by the same person, like in some ways. I think they're close. Hi Pergoli, how are you? What is your scent of the day? Okay, that makes sense. So this has a similar style, but is way bigger, more opulent. Yes, I mean, okay, so this is not, if you're looking for something that's gonna choke everyone in a kilometer radius, and I know you're not, or it has a beast sillage or whatever, it's not that. It's not that at all. This lasts all day on me, but it's in, you have to be like maybe 4 feet away from me to smell this. Hi Moose, how are you? So when I was like in the car with the kids, they were like, ooh, mommy, what did you wear today? So they could pick it up, but like when in the morning, like when they were like in the kitchen, I'm running around, they weren't picking up on that then. But I'm good, Moose. How are you? Well, I asked you. So, and a lot of rojas are like that. I don't think there are lots of rojas that would like beast and sillage and projection, like in the way that, like, let's say Ombre Nomad is, right? Like I feel like that fragrance will choke everyone in a kilometer radius. So, sorry, just a second. They were trying to come to check the smoke detectors. There's no smoke here. The only smoke is me. Busted. I haven't even started my day. It's not busted really. Still have half an hour to go in the work time. But anyways, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so not a lot of rojas are beast like that. I think there are some that are, but maybe I have not tried them. I don't, who knows. What really kind of it stood out to me. I had been listening to one of Roja's interviews. They did knock. They did knock, so I had to like just say, "Hey, come in." And sometimes they don't come in until I go and open the door. But anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, and I was listening to one of Roja's interviews, and he had said that he was asked, like he's some sort of like British ambassador to something, or like cultural ambassador, I guess. I don't know how these things work, but he had said that he was asked to make a fragrance for his country, like in Great Britain, which is kind of one of those leather fragrances. It's like he talked about the kind of the Cuir de Russie. It's almost like Cuir de Russie of his collection fragrances, and it is kind of really interesting kind of concept, like to, I don't know, like for example, like often I'm gonna put you on spot. Like what would you make, what notes would you put in a fragrance that would represent Germany, right? Like I kind of have an idea about Iran, but I'm not sure, like all these countries, would every country have something that to kind of put that notes together? It's a very interesting concept. Like I probably would, in a fragrance that would represent Iran, there must be a saffron, but a good saffron, like a saffron like the one that Jason Auchan uses in Love and Bastani. There should be some nutties notes like pistachio. I think I would put it in there. Cardamom. It should be some rose. What else I would put in a fragrance for Iran? Cardamom, rose, pistachio, saffron. Oh, it should be some galbanum, because apparently majority of the galbanum comes from Iran. I kind of want to integrate bitter orange. Like in Iran, we eat the bitter, yeah. So bitter orange, it kind of reminds me of north of Iran, like by Caspian Sea. There are bitter orange trees everywhere, and like on the sidewalks, like there's bitter orange trees everywhere. And where we use bitter orange is number one, there are some medicinal properties of the bitter orange juice, and they make some sort of like a drink out of it. And then there is when you are making kebabs, we squeeze a bitter orange on top, which kind of, we think like anything like acidic like that would help with the digestion of something really, really fatty. And that actually tastes very good too. So I would put some bitter orange there. It always reminds me of north of Iran. Like you could go to north of Iran, we would rent a cottage for a little bit, and then we're making kebabs, and my dad would be like, "Oh, go get some bitter orange. You just and I the first time ever he told me that, and I was like, well, we don't have bitter orange here. I was like, but go on the street, there's like pick a couple from the trees, which is kind of very interesting, that concept. Yeah, I think those would be probably the majority of the notes. I don't know for woods what I would put in there, because like I have to think like what kind of woods it would be there, but it's interesting. I don't know if y'all ever thought about like if you were to make a fragrance for your country, what would it contain? That's not easy. I would have to think about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's an interesting concept, right? Like and then like there's one thing to make it for yourself, and there is another thing to you're gonna put out for other people, like to smell it, right? I don't know if Germany is known for any particular ingredients for perfumery. Maybe it would have to be more abstract. Yeah, I thought about it too, because there's it's probably you will have to use a lot of accords, right? Certain mountain flowers, we got Schwarzwald, which is woody. Oh, interesting, German salvage. Got a coastline in the north. America would have cedar wood in it. Yeah, well, I think, you know, I don't even know for Canada. I mean, you know, the easy answer is kind of maple. But what else would be in there? I don't know if there's anything specific that comes from, or like you want to represent Canada, or like a lot of, like well, obviously Canada and I mean, like Indigenous people were there, and I don't know if they will have another idea of representing their own kind of like Indigenous history. But for new settlers, like of the Canada or US or all the other countries that are new settlers, I don't know if there's a lot of things that relate, like the maple syrup or Canada. Yeah. Yeah, it's probably, there will be a lot of woods, like will be oak, cedar, pine, I don't know, those, maybe fir, balsam fir or something like that. I don't know what else would be. But a lot of, you know, for the countries on the Silk Road, like Iran and Turkey and things like that, it's kind of similar. But I don't know how it would like set it distinct from one to another in that region either. Maple leaf, yeah. Well, maybe you have, I don't know if the smell of beer would be a nice thing to have in a German fragrance. Poutine, ugh, it's gross. I don't like poutine at all. Poutine is not for me. Not for me, it's so gross. It is absolutely one of those things, and I was like, I don't even know why it's a thing that people eat. Can't handle that amount of saltiness, and then cheese curds and fries. Like, why would you ruin perfectly good fries with anything like that? I saw that moose Vegemite. What is Vegemite? I don't even know. I like, my kid was asking about that. I have to go look up what that is even. All right. So, oh, what would be for Australia? Like, let's think about the fragrance for Australia. I have no idea. I've never been to Australia, so I don't know what. The only thing I know about Australia is the Marinus. Marinus? Is that sheep? Like the name of the wool? Marinus? Sandalwood. Yes, sandalwood. There's the ROJA. ROJA. Sandalwood probably, yeah. That's for sure. Australian sandalwood is famous, but what else would there be for Australia? It has to be something oceanic, probably. Although, like, not every part of Australia is by the ocean. It's hard to come by those things. Like, if you are an ambassador for your country, what fragrance would you come up with? Oof, that's kind of quite a hard task to do. But anyways, all right, guys. Just wanted to do a short live, talk about anything from Goldfish and Banks. Oh, right. It's Goldfish and Banks. Yeah, and there's another one. Is that Mihan Perfumery? Mihan. Are they from Australia? I think they are from Australia too. New Zealand green notes. Yes. I would love to go to New Zealand one day. Like, that's one of my goals. Fort and Manly. Is that from Australia too? All right. Well, interesting. Let me know if you're watching this later. Let me know what fragrance notes would you use to represent your country or where you're from, and why in the comments if you like. Like, subscribe, all those nice things, and I shall see you later. Bye bye.